Dimoria Carbis condemn new Assam State Capital Region Development Authority Act 2020. Residents of remote areas in Danarong urges for hike wild vegetable price. PMVDY training for self-help groups underway in Hamren. Good morning viewers and welcome to Karbi Anglong Live. You're with Julie Baby bringing you the top stories for today. Now the news in detail. Stating that the implementation will result in disaster to the Carbis dominated region, the Carbis Students Organization in the Dimoria region have condemned the new Assam State Capital Region Development Authority Amendment Act 2020. The students' leaders of the region pointed out that this act is a serious threat to the identity and the future of the Carbis living in the Dimoria region. Almost 70% of the Carbis living in Kamruk, Dimoria and adjacent areas will be affected by the act once it began to be implemented. In a meeting organized by Carbis Students Union and Dimoria Tribal Sangha, a resolution for NH37 road blockage at Sonapur on November 4 and Assam Band on November 10 have been adopted. Leaders say that the Carbis living in Dimoria will never accept of what it termed Community Destruction Act, warning of a massive protest against the government to withdraw the act. The organizations have also sought help from all the organizations and leaders of Karbi Anglong for intervention on this matter.
The Assam State Capital Region Development Act 2020 is a furious act for our Karbi peoples. Basically, these Dimoria people, they will suffer a lot. They will lose their own identity, their rights of land, and lots of trouble they will face.
SCADA Act for Assam State Capital Region Development Authority Act 2017 nengkan. Isi act seban lo, lahai act pen ke, itu naga kido Karbi atum pan non plungpo, naga kido Karbi atum ke pan awal saya long lepo, Guwahati ason sin, nak tu itu pan diplungi pan, laso act seban lo, lahai act pen kido tum kido Karbi atum ke tak Karbi pen tribal atum pen kido kaprek asong atum ka nak dolong lelo.
The organizations declared that until and unless the government withdraws the act from Dimoria Tribal Belt and Block, Karbi students organizations will keep the fight alive in order to protect the rights of the Carbis living in Dimoria. Nituraj Ronghang's report from Sonapur for Karbi Anglong Live. Residents of Mukasong area under Danarong, particularly those who depend on selling wild vegetables and home garden products, have urged for a hike in the price of widely available leafy vegetables and others. This was stated to our Karbi Anglong Live correspondent. The demand by the sellers was made owing to the static prices of the local vegetables in comparison to other edible items in the market, including potato, tomato, cabbage or any other seasonal vegetables during the ongoing pandemic times. However, for a long time, the prices of the vegetables sold by local Carbis, especially the wild vegetables, are still unchanged, with a bunch of any leafy wild vegetables still standing at Rs 5. At a time when the prices of the other common vegetables are skyrocketing, the sellers of local vegetables are facing problems. Karbi Anglong Live visited the vegetable vendors from Mukasong to know their issues.
Kadang Karbi Anglong Live ke lang. Ini tum ke Karbi garba ka tum ke hantu mehek abe kulo te itu maron tang ta karilo cuma jutang long masih dulu Karbi tum ke hantu mehek ke culok besilang tinang ding lo aku penstami lapen ke ini tum la thoya long kichu long long la bang so hantu mehek kona besi ili tum ke hadak kichu nam long long la pen la so hantu mehek kona besi ke bang mang
la si litum kachini ji phan athema hantu mehek pu ahan ke inglong alo ka henru ahan ke litum ke inglong positame penang ana hawar ke long nam de so si thekam long lo athema adina kai nang prek bom lo la hai hormuta nang bir bom so si nang thek long lo hantu mehek ke penang an inglong alo dam nang ji la son si paikari nang ke natum jaseme dong mukak pen punon denarong hawar pen punon alang litum ladak inglong alo an rangsi alang litum litum la antipaduk pen si ladak an alang tum la bangso hantu mehek nang nampo ladak pen nampon po angke alang litum hadak thoi pon po thoi pon si haladak si chojor chulang po la si dak paikari nang ke ena tum bang lo ani tum bang lo aning che parong pik pik lo alang litum ta pedap pen alang litum inglong na lulo lalo la pen ke ladak mangke lalo alang litum la bangso nama puthak tame alang litum ta athema dadak pen sikai sile nam buda hadak sikai ni chojor veknang pola baga hoglo stame bang kona so mona so tuma han sidame purui ilina long phokep pur le kailo non ke box sidame 80 toka la poson si le lo pia sidame pharo sikile po jongsi bang paroga so tuma han jongsi la anam ke so kulde ilitum ke ningkan phokep so selo non anda hantu meheke inglong eska pobela pulote la bangso anam da papa nangjima usida gara tumta inut bahini tumta ning ripono ningje pono.
The vendors say that in this present day, one cannot buy anything essential with rupees 5 money. The prices of all domestic materials as well as rations have risen considerably. The vegetable sellers have asked the town committee authority to grant permissions for a hike in the price of one bunch of leafy vegetable to rupees 10.
Na pen kuna anang long si ke nam lo dak sitame bok terai ke long le lu bo
bok terai ke long le lo ek tom chitim ing khat ki duk su ka di la han tu ting rong ko be se teng long hini ke thom dam et ti ke long le la han tu ta na si da kala no la ke ni ta la me ni te ko so dai ta la son lo ni di tung ke humba kurba te dak muka song mang po pai kari nang ke en di han tu te ngam pas to ka 2 toka pumo itu ke 2 toka adaman ke hindi tingkat yung produk tak kidikila so an kilometer lo nila so dak kilometer ba hindi tingkat jini dalo kita so dak ta inlong alok pen kirang tingkat ke bor iten lok kirang na sida anadamang itin
mante hansero punon birik punon hantu punon jola hantu muka jola hantu mehek jo lana peng kete la si jongsi ing thoya suma so ahan jasemet parok tuma hanyong si pharo si le kai pulute ilitum piposi ilitum hantu mehek anam non anda sika phobelo sika phoke na hokta lele lake usumara lo jenam idet la si labang so anam papa nangji pula da inglonga arara tum sitame nang puduno la penang ana dim sitame nitum arjudam longlo la si anam papa nang po polam pen selang ditum nang puduno nitum report hin pen sitame la si labang so paroga han pen ilitum pangbarda mun e pustame ilitum ta anam ke masa usame papa nang po la si paikari tum penda ching ki than momlo la si prabjin pen labang so anam sabe papa pon po kusini elo non ma ke Karbing Long live report nan
Bikram Teron from Denarong for Karbing Long Live. Residents of 4 villages under Bokajan LAC or the number 21 Borjan MSC constituency including Nihang Terang, Muhuri Teron, Gandhipur and Jilangso have been badly hit by extremely poor conditions of the road connecting their area. Following this, the local residents have raised their voices against the passiveness of the government. The route of these 4 villages is connected to Asian Highway 1 near the DVN school and is a shortcut route to reach HDP. The road was constructed under the Northeast Council in the year 1980, and ever since its construction, there has been no single repair work done on this route. Apart from the general public, the road is also used by the heavy vehicles of the Bokajan CCI, which carry raw materials for the factory. The road suffer early and severe damage due to the non-stop plying of heavy vehicles along this route. And for the past 40 years, the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council had turned their face away from this route, the people depending on it. This 14 kilometers long road passes through jungles, and often accidents have occurred due to the thickets blocking the view of the approaching vehicles. Although unreported, there have been cases of accidents where people have even lost their life.
dak muhuri teronarong Gandhipur itapu lake lakhain ko raisi borjan MSC constituency angkang si purilo homosti lo lake Bukazan Eli LEC constituency lo pini jasemen al tumhan paklang konji la han lo jela dak arong ke esi rong barimpik la son lo kami alang litu man kacheleng atawar bang timisen abi Bokazan national highway atawar 10 kilometer proxy dak muhuri terona rong lo pen aku dam thulute kilometer proxy lote hidipile lo asila dak esi hap aprang ajuding lui aprang dak NEC kupen adi anatupen isi atawar bipons tame labang so atawar non hinu thailo avik pin lo rang si alang litu dak rong proxy ner cap ne do pen ong du amuluk tum do masila dak alang itu majot phelo kacheleng tamne kasik kisung kasik sak la son do la pen alang itu mithi bawa kedam la pen non lockdown pe school da me khuli po school kachela summer numar tom tame do la pen masa taxi alang itu na songbong me tame aku so ge ne da hot do son hu tame alang itu 108 chang lo te 108 tame ke bang ji lap son bar sa ya de pen to pe na bang ke janetene alang itu pon sungrung me si che ponang do son si alang itu adin ani padam bom lo lasi un pulote alang itu pan da karong rat ka tung chuning ri la han lo sorgari gang brat tumpen arong rat tumpen team karbiang long mate karbiang long mas council ke japon KAC CM tuliram rong hang apan chuning ri lo je lat kecileng atwar pan kimisen ki pipon ya pan alang itu pati pon temisen ni pesini chini
NEC atwar si do bo hola CCI pen wari dam atwar na pulana atwar ta mitum tigarong pulana kata mitum lahat tu chupidon lo ta mitwar ta mangkuta itum ongre alis to nangali le delo ne matang aphan itu ma aphan tom kabit delo ne na pulmatang arong bihe potong lason ne.
Thus, local residents have requested the ambassadors of Parivartan, MLA Dr. Numol Momin and local MEC Longki Timong to take up the matter for early repairing of this road. In addition to this, local residents have also urged upon KAAC CM Tuliram Ronghang and MP Horan Singh Bey to show their kindness towards them by making a good road. Anantarang's report from Bokazan for Karbing Long Live. Let's take a quick commercial break. More updates after the break.
Karbi Anglong Morningstar FC will be back again from 8 November 2020. The Premier Club will be celebrating its 12th Foundation Day at its own campus ground, DP. Football lovers can join the blues.
Welcome back to Karbing Long Live after the break. With the aim of empowering women from an extremely poor background, training for the self-help groups on Pradhan Mantri Wan-Dhan Yojana or PMVDY is underway at Old Hamren Rongkarbi Industry Center. The training is being provided to 310 women members of 31 self-help groups. The training to women members of several self-help groups of the Hamren is being provided by the government began in 2019 at Wan-Dhan Vikas Kendra to help them improve their economic condition through various trainings. Altogether, 30 self-help group members were given training by Krishna Shadap, Bidar Singh Ronghang and Monsing Rongphar on a daily basis. At the moment, the women are given training on assembling broom. In addition to this, Rongkarbi Wan-Dhan Vikas Kendra President Bidar Singh Ronghang stated that loan facilities with a concerned department and are provided to train individuals willing to start commercial production.
Vikas Kendra Hamren Center lo la hello nilitum la tuning 2019 October achiklo malom pensinil tum claim pon bom lo cheng pon bom lo step by step dam bom si la pen non la so step anang ke liya bang ke la hello la pen akimang la hello la ke prime minister I scheme pen lo la si especially sarpi martum self help group la tuma phansi mane kapaching thurji ula bang so scheme bunai pon lo central government tum si kasi non dak Hamren Bandhan Vikas Kendra Center in Kupon lo Januari taring kora sirkep malom si Labangso Center in Kupon lo
Amala dake nili tumbang ke clear dap NGO andar Hamren Vikas Kendra dak nili tumlo amasi non fas abang ke dak Hamren Vikas Kendra agin pen ke arfek ke nam pen si nili tum phan sarkar agin pen nang pilo nili tum nam pilo amala soar head abang bangke dak Hamren Vikas Kendra andar 31 self-help group do i group pen bangke kep ka du we bang haru ke thomra bangke ando.
The trainings are aimed at generating income through value addition, branding and direct marketing of minor forest products, with the training program covering predominant tribal districts in the country with the projected benefits of livelihood generation and income enhancement. Daniel and his report from Hamren for Karbin Anglong Live. In an appalling incident, several passengers were injured after a speeding bus hits a tree at Kuligaon, Longbi Hanse village under the Dilai police station here on Monday. According to locals, the incident took place at around 10:45 a.m. when the driver of the Ultra bus with the registration number AS01BC 3145 lost control due to overspeeding and hit a tree. The impact was so severe that the bus turned over, injuring 7 passengers. The bus from Hojai was headed towards Dimapur when the accident took place at Longbi Hanse village area. Villagers told Karbin Anglong Live that the driver was driving at around 100 km/h speed and therefore the driver lost control over the passenger bus. The injured persons were immediately taken to the medical center at Sarihajan and Bokajan CHC.
Bahini ben bang bo man ke la dari bang pura full pick up se bang bon hare speed ne la passenger tum dan khan bom hai passenger tum khan bom hare speed ne do pu amang ke la tum bang nang abas la turning en ne da lo speed bang ma hard brake ki sa ko bom driver tum nang khan driver bang ka di le non la tu ben bang passenger tum ne ki tum do lo agon ni tum bang tam pinangan patu tum hai tu tum te ba driver bang ka di hong di alam do lo da passenger tum tengi tu ma driver bang ke
Meanwhile, the driver of the bus, who fled the spot immediately after the accident, had also been arrested at Dilai Gate by the alert Dilai police. Vijay Rongpi's report for Karbin Anglong Live. Well, those were the top stories for today. Thank you for watching Karbin Anglong Live.